Do you know Cappuccino Assassino? Here is the story of his past. His real name was Nino. Little Nino grew up in a Japanese temple. When he got older, he became the greatest ninja among all the students at the temple. One day, his master gave him a secret mission. He had to steal a magic necklace shaped like a coffee bean from an old wizard who really loved coffee. But wait, before we continue the story, don't forget to like and subscribe to hear what happens next. Done? Great. So that night, Nino began his mission. While the coffee wizard was sleeping, holding a cup of coffee, Nino sneaked in and took the magic necklace. But Nino broke the rule. He was only supposed to take the necklace. He also took a sip of the coffee the wizard was holding. And then, boom! A curse hit Nino. Suddenly, his body turned into a living cup of cappuccino. Nino was shocked. The wizard laughed and said it was a trap all along. From that day, Nino became Cappuccino Assassino forever. Now, Cappuccino Assassino dares you to try typing Cappuccino Assassino in the comments, with your eyes closed. Do you know Frigo Camelo? Here's his story. Camelo was a special camel owned by a rich Arabian sultan named Salman. But before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe. May we all become super rich. Amen. Camelo was very spoiled. He even had a refrigerator inside his stable. One day, Sultan Salman went away on vacation. Left alone, Camelo did whatever he wanted inside the palace. He took a bath in the Sultan's golden bathtub, ate lots of ice cream, wore the Sultan's fancy clothes, and even walked around in expensive shoes. But then, Camelo broke the biggest rule: never eat the Sultan's luxury chocolate. Camelo ate way too much and his belly got really big. He tried to cool off by going inside the fridge, but then he got stuck. He couldn't get out. From that day on, Camelo was no longer just a camel. He became Frigo Camelo, the fridge camel, forever. Now Frigo dares you to try writing the word frigo with your eyes closed. Can you do it? Do you know Udin din 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 dun, ma din 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 dun? Here's his story. Udin was an ordinary boy with a skinny body. Because he was so skinny, bullies near his house often made fun of him. But before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe if you hate bullying. One day, Udin looked at his body and decided to train and build muscles. While he was working out, someone gave him a special orange-flavored muscle milk. Udin was curious, so he drank it. He looked in the mirror, and wow! His body suddenly became strong and muscular. Udin loved it so much, he drank the orange milk every day. His muscles kept growing. But then something strange happened. His skin turned orange, and boom! His head changed into a real orange fruit. Now, Udin is a super strong personal trainer, and people call him Udin din 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 dun, ma din 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 dun. Udin dares you to type Udin din 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 dun in the comments. Do you know Tralalero Tralala? Here's his story. One day, an evil scientist was busy making a magic potion, but something unexpected happened. He was so focused on his potion that he forgot to steer his ship, and boom! The ship crashed into a big rock and sank to the bottom of the sea. The potion also sank deep into the ocean, until one day, a curious shark found it and accidentally ate it. Poof! Suddenly, the shark could walk and breathe on land. This playful shark swam to the beach and started stealing people's shoes. And that's how Tralalero Tralala was born, the silly shark who walks on land with stolen shoes. Tralalero even has a friend who lives in the sea. Can you guess who it is? Do you know Trippy Troppy, Troppa Trippa? This is his story. Trippy was a very naughty orange cat. He loved to climb on the rooftops of market stalls, drink people's iced tea while they were eating, and even steal fish from the fish sellers. But before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not a naughty kid. Say Amin. One day, Trippy saw a shrimp inside the aquarium of an old man's fish shop. He wanted to catch it, but he fell, and boom! Suddenly he merged with the shrimp. Turns out the old man was actually a wizard who had set a trap for him. The wizard laughed and made fun of him and gave him a new name, Trippy Troppy Troppa Trippa, the strange cat shrimp we now know. But Trippy Troppy isn't alone. He has a rival, another cat anomaly. Can you guess who it is? Do you know Bombardiro Crocodiro? This is his story. Bombardiro was a crocodile raised by a military scientist named Jason. Jason took care of him since he was little. Before we continue, like and subscribe if you love all animals. One day, a military general ordered Jason to build a powerful fighter jet in just 3 days. But after 3 days, the jet still wasn't finished. The general got very angry and shouted at Jason. Crocodilo saw it and got really mad. He didn't like seeing his friend treated like that. He chased the general, but the soldiers saw him and started shooting. Crocodilo was badly hurt. Jason was heartbroken. He decided to save Crocodilo by combining him with a fighter jet. The result was amazing, and he named it Bombardiro Crocodilo. Together they flew to the general's base and boom! They dropped bombs to get revenge. But wait, is his real name Crocodilo, Crocodilo, or Crocodino? Comment below. Do you know Burbaloni Luliloli? This is his story. Luliloli was a small, playful capybara who loved to laugh all the time. One day, he laughed at a big capybara who was trying to climb a coconut tree, but slipped and fell. The big capybara got angry and started chasing Luliloli. But before we continue, like and subscribe to help Luliloli escape. Done? Great. Luliloli ran all the way to the beach and climbed a coconut tree in fear. He stayed up there for hours. When the big capybara finally left, Luliloli climbed down and walked away, feeling safe. But suddenly, bonk! A coconut fell right on his head. The coconut magically merged into his body. He became Burbaloni Luliloli. Now he challenges you to type Luliloli in the comments. Can you do it? Do you know ballerina Cappuccina? Here's her story. Nina was a talented and famous ballet dancer. One day after practice, she met Christy, her senior and also her biggest rival in ballet. They went to a cafe and chatted while drinking coffee. When Nina went to the bathroom, Christy, who was jealous of Nina, secretly poured a strange liquid into Nina's coffee. Nina came back and drank it without knowing anything. Later that night, when Nina got home, she suddenly fainted. When she woke up, she was shocked. Her head had turned into a cup of cappuccino. It turns out Christy had used a magic potion to try and get rid of her, but something unexpected happened. After becoming ballerina Cappuccina, Nina became even more famous. Everyone loved her new look, and she gained more fans than ever before. Whose story should we tell next? Do you know Tung 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 Sahur? This is his story. Tunny was a night guard in a small village. One night, while he was doing his usual patrol, but wait, before we continue, if you're truly brave, don't forget to like and subscribe. That night, Tani saw two people sneaking into a villager's house. They were thieves. Tani shouted, "Hey, stop right there," and chased after them. A fight broke out, but Tani was outnumbered and got badly hurt. Suddenly, the wooden baton he carried started to glow with a strange light. And boom! Tani transformed into Tung 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 Sahur, a powerful hero of the night. Tung Tung now fights crime with a glowing weapon, and he has a friend who also holds a special weapon. Can you guess who it is? Do you know Bananita Dolphinita? This is her story. Nita was a happy dolphin who lived peacefully in the ocean with other sea animals. One day, a foreign cargo ship dumped banana peels into the sea. But these weren't just any banana peels. They were infected with a strange virus. Before we continue, if you love dolphins, make sure to like and subscribe. All done? Great. One day, Nita was swimming around her home in the ocean. Nita didn't know about the danger, accidentally ate one of the peels. And boom! Suddenly her body started to turn into a banana. From that day on, all the ocean creatures started calling her Bananita Dolphinita, the banana-bodied dolphin. She also has a best friend under the sea. Can you guess who it is? Tell us in the comments. Do you know Blueberrini Octopusini? This is the story. Nicky was an orange octopus who was naughty and loved to play tricks. He often squirted ink at turtles just for fun. But before we continue, let's all hope you grow up to be kind and successful kids. One day, a bird was flying while carrying a blueberry from a magical tree. Accidentally, the blueberry fell into the ocean and landed deep inside an underwater cave. Nicky, who was being chased by sea animals because of his naughty tricks, swam into the cave to hide. That's where he found the magical blueberry. He was so curious, he took a bite. Suddenly, a blue light shined all around and boom! Nicky transformed into Blueberrini Octopusini. He cried, "That's why you shouldn't be naughty." Blueberrini Octopusini has a best friend who is a dolphin. Can you guess who it is? Do you know Sigma Boy? This is his story. Sigma Boy is a smart little penguin who lived in a zoo in the middle of the city. After a long time, he got bored of eating the same food every day. Before we continue, if you love your mom, don't forget to like and subscribe. One night, Sigma Boy escaped from the zoo. While walking around the city, he found a piece of sushi on the ground and ate it. He looked up and realized he was standing in front of a sushi factory. He was super hungry, so without thinking, he rushed inside and started eating all the sushi. But he didn't notice that the sushi-making machine was still running. And boom! Suddenly, Sigma Boy got pulled into the machine, and just like that, he was turned into Brainrot Sigma Boy. Since that day, he returned to the zoo, but now he's different. He has a challenge for you. Comment your favorite food, or Brainrot Sigma Boy might come visit you tonight.